Influenza virus or the flu. Influenza or the common cold is an infectious disease caused by an influenza virus. It is very contagious and can vary from mild to severe. Influenza is a viral infection that attacks the respiratory system. Ang influenza ay nakakahawa. Pwede itong maging mild or severe. Ang tinatarget nito ay ang iyong respiratory system.
Brief history of influenza virus. Influenza, also known as the common cold, has a long history of infectious outbursts. Symptoms of the virus is described in texts as early as 2,400 years ago. The first real evidence of the virus came about in 1580. It started in Russia and sweeps through to Western Europe and Africa. In Rome, it killed over 8,000 and almost destroyed several Spanish cities. One famous breakout of the influenza virus happened in 1918 and lasted to 1990, known as the Spanish flu. The total mortality rate is unknown, but it is estimated that 25 million people died in the first 25 weeks, killing roughly 5% of the world's population. Another major outbreak wouldn't happen again until early 1956, starting in China. The worldwide death toll from the Asian flu is estimated to be around 1 to 4 million deaths. The World Health Organization settled on around 2 million for official records. The first case reached the United States in early September with the virus in full swing by December of 1968. Most death happens during this period. Most recently, a strain of H1N1 paid a visit to the United States. In early 2009, the H1N1 virus broke out with the first confirmed case on April 15, and by the 21st of April, scientists were hard at work on a vaccine. 5 days later, the United States declared H1N1 a public health emergency. By June of that year, over 18,000 cases were reported of the virus in the US.
Of influenza. Influenza A. Viruses are further classified into subtypes according to the combinations of the hemagglutinin or HA and the neuraminidase or NA. The proteins on the surface of the virus currently circulating in humans are subtypes A or H1N1 and AH3N2 influenza viruses. The AH1N1 is also written as AH1N1 PDM09 as it caused the pandemic in 2009 and subsequently replaced the seasonal influenza AH1N1 virus which had circulated prior to 2009. Only influenza type A viruses are known to have caused pandemics. Ang influenza A ay nahahati sa age 1 to 18 at N1 to 11. Ang influenza A ay matatagpuan sa humans, birds, and pigs. Ang influenza A ang pinaka-severe sa lahat ng types ng influenza virus. Influenza B virus are not classified into subtypes but can be broken down into lineages. Currently, circulating influenza type B viruses belong to either B. Yamagata or B. Victoria line A. Ang B. Yamagata ay nabubuhay sa temperate countries at ang B. Victoria naman ay nabubuhay sa tropic countries. Tapos, ang B. Yamagata ay significantly older than B. Victoria. Mas matanda yung laging tinatamaan ng Yamagata kaysa sa Victoria. Influenza C virus is detected less frequently and usually causes mild infections, thus does not present public health. Ang influenza C naman ay matatagpuan lamang, ang laging tinatamaan nito ay human. Mas milder kaysa sa influenza A at B.
Signs and symptoms: fever over 100.4 Fahrenheit or 38 degrees Celsius. Aching muscles, chills and sweat, headache, dry persistent cough, fatigue and weakness, nasal congestion, and sore throat. Sa central, sumasakit yung ulo. Sa nasa pharynx naman, mahigpit yung ubo, tapos namumula yung ilong, masakit na lalamunan. Tapos systemic, mataas yung temperature, lalagnat. Sa muscular naman, masakit yung mga muscle. Sa respiratory, inuubo. Sa joints, masakit din yung mga joints. Tapos sa gastric, nagsusuka. How influenza viruses spread? Influenza viruses are mainly spread when infected people cough or sneeze, releasing small virus containing droplets into the air, which can be breathed in and infect the respiratory tract of the people around them. Contaminated respiratory secretion on hands and other surfaces can also transmit the infection by hand to mouth or eye infection. It has been found that influenza viruses can survive for up to an hour in the air in enclosed environments, more than 8 hours on hard surfaces such as stainless steel and plastic, up to 5 minutes on hands after transfer from one surface.
Treatment. Most people with influenza who are otherwise healthy do not need special drugs or treatments. If you have the flu, you should rest, drink lots of fluids, eat a light diet, stay at home. Take acetaminophen such as Tylenol to reduce fever and relieve muscle aches. Patients with severe or progressive clinical illness associated with suspected or confirmed influenza virus infection should be treated with antiviral drugs as soon as possible. Antiviral drugs for influenza include oseltamivir phosphate or Tamiflu, Sanavir or Relenza, Peramivir or Rapivap, and Baloxavir or Sofloxa. Patients with severe or suspected or confirmed influenza virus, kailangan nilang uminom ng antiviral drugs katulad ng oseltamivir phosphate. Oseltamivir phosphate, ito yung pwede sa 2 weeks of age and older. Tapos, ito yung pwede din sa yung people who have had the flu for fewer than 2 days. Sanavir naman ay, ito naman yung 7 years old and older. Yun yung pwedeng uminom naman ito. Tapos, Peramivir, ito naman yung people na 2 years old and older. Tapos yung Baloxavir, ito yung pwedeng uminom nito yung 12 years old and older who are otherwise healthy and people who are at higher risk of developing influenza-related complication.
Prevention. The most effective way to prevent the disease is vaccination. Safe and effective vaccines are available and have been used for more than 60 years. Immunity from vaccination wanes over time, so annual vaccination is recommended to protect against influenza. Injected inactivated influenza vaccines are most commonly used throughout the world. There are few types of flu vaccines: the flu shot, Fluzone High Dose, and nasal spray. Yung flu shot is typically given to the people 6 months and older. Ang Fluzone High Dose, this inactivated vaccine was developed for those ages 65 and older because older people have weaker immune systems. The nasal spray flu vaccine can only be used in healthy, younger adults who are not pregnant. World Health Organization recommends annual vaccination for pregnant women at any stage of pregnancy, children aged between 6 months to 5 years old, elderly individuals aged more than 65 years, individuals with chronic medical conditions, and healthcare workers. Controlling the spread of infection. The influenza vaccine is not 100% effective, so it's also important to take measures such as these to reduce the spread of infection. kailangan natin palaging maghugas ng kamay with proper drying of hands. Good respiratory hygiene. Takpan yung bibig tsaka yung ilong pagka inuubo tsaka pagka nababahig. Tapos, gumamit ng tissue, tapos pagkatapos itapon sa tamang basurahan. Early self-isolation of those feeling unwell, feverish and having other symptoms of influenza. Iwasang dumikit sa may mga sakit na tao, tsaka iwasan yung paghawak sa mata, sa ilong, tsaka sa bibig.
Risk factors of influenza. Ito yung mabilis madapuan ng influenza virus. Yung maaaring madapuan agad. The very young or yung mga bata pa, people 65 or older, people with chronic illness such as asthma, heart disease, HIV or diabetes, or pregnant women, people with a body mass index of 40 or higher.
How long does the influenza last? For most healthy people, the flu is an uncomfortable but short-term illness that resolves itself as the immune system fights it off. Symptoms usually appear from 1 to 4 days after exposure to the virus, and they last 5 to 7 days. For people who've had a flu shot, the symptoms may last a shorter amount of time or be less severe. For other people, the symptoms may last longer. Even when symptoms resolve, you may continue to feel fatigue. Ito po yung scale ng mga tinamaan at namatay dahil sa influenza virus mula 1955 to 2015.